guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today we're going to be adding into our vintage and shabby journal. Now I was having a play yesterday. I didn't have time to do a video, but I did have a sort of play in here and add a few more things. Now I've added this to the front, which is lovely, which is just another little stack of books. I think I did this, I don't think I did this on video, and I've added a little one of my little flowers on there with a little embellishment in there, so that's lovely. Now the last one we did was our pockets. Now I also made a little tag, but not like a tag, it's like a journaling card. Now it was exactly the same size as the pocket, but what I thought, I would just pop some card behind it. This is a bit of my coffee stain card that I did last year, so I popped that in there, and I just thought that would make a really lovely little journaling card for that pocket, and it works really well. I've also done one for the back, and I just think they look beautiful, so that's lovely. So that goes in there. And I've also started on making some dingly danglies. Now let's hold that down. Can you see? I'm hoping you can see on there that the little dingly danglies hanging down. And I've also got some of my lovely embellishments from BB Crafts as well, which are excuse me, butterflies and dragonflies, which I think just look beautiful. Now I've made these with the little loop maker, so I'm going to have a go at those as well. But the first one I did on here, I tried to put one on, I made the hole and twisted the little jump ring too much, and I ripped it. So that was a bit of a boo-boo, wasn't it? So I do have another one here. So I'm just going to stick that back on again like that. So not that it makes a difference. Now I'm going to just punch the hole first, I think, in there. So I'm just going to punch that hole like that, and then we can just glue this on. So I know it's only Wednesday, but I think we've done so much going on this week that it just feels like it should be Friday already. It's a very, very long week. It's a bit of a stressful week this week. You know, ups and downs. We have ups and downs, don't we? So it's just one of those weeks that I wish it would end this week. This week could just finish. I would like to just zap on into February now. Next week, middle of February, I'll be quite happy with. But that doesn't happen, does it? Right, let's have a look. What did I do with my jogger? So, yes, yesterday I just had a, you know, up and down the stairs. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those. I didn't have time to do a video, but I could just come up here for 5 minutes and just get a few things made. Now I still haven't made the other journals for the pockets either. Okay, so we've fixed that one. So what I would like to do, I want to show you how this little, I've done 2 of the signatures, and I've just got to do the last signature to pop the little beads on. Now I'm going to quickly just punch the holes in here. Now try not to get too close to the edge on these if you're going to do that. But it's got to be close enough that you can have a little jump ring in there without having just such a not too big a one, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to punch just in the bottom bit, just like that, just so they dingly dangly down. Now I've made some of them here, but I just wanted to show you how this little loop pliers works. Let's just pop that over there. Let's get our jump rings. I've made a couple already. Now I've made mine, I've got them here. I've made these with this sort of like the brassy pins on here. These are like the flathead pins. These are from BB Crafts. I'm going to show you with these because this is black, and I'm hoping you can see this better in there, like that. So all I'm going to do, this is lovely, but again it's quite big, so if you've got little hands, you know, they're not the easiest. This is the smallest one, so this is 1.5 millimeters, and what you do, you actually pop your wire through there, and there's like a little hole, and that sort of like pops it through, so you can have a nice big long piece of wire, and it actually cuts it for you. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to take a little silver seed bead, one of these beautiful glass pink ones, and another seed bead. Okay, pop that on there, and then you pop that through. It goes through sideways like that, and you want it to go through, oops, not all the way through, you want it to go through that hole. So you need your wire long enough. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to make this look easy, but it's not, is it? Through that hole like that, so your bead bumps up to this bit here, and then you get a nice tight little circle, little loop on there. So I'm going to try and do this slowly. So as you push it, let me do that so I can do it slowly. This piece cuts that wire off like that. Can you see? That's cut it off, and then the other bit just bends it round and makes that loop, and then you just take that off. So, and that's looped, and that's your little piece that's cut off, and that's it. So simple and so easy to do. I am loving it. It's just making my life a lot easier, because I do love to make dingly danglies. So shall I do that again just to show you? I don't mind how many of these I've got, because I just love beads and danglies and things like that. So these can be used for all sorts of things. So just a little seed bead, beautiful little silver ones, oopsie daisy, pop that on there, and then just hold it and pop it through. You probably, I don't know whether you've got these already, but for those of you who don't, now they are quite expensive, I must say that. So push it like that. I'm hoping you can see. I'm hoping it's not too bright underneath. That cuts it off, and then you keep pushing it, and it will make that little loop like that, and it just comes off. So really, you can just make so many of these, and it's so much easier. These, I've watched a few videos, and they do say that it makes a little gap at the end, but I found it hasn't, not really. Maybe the bigger ones do. So I've got the smaller one, because on journals you only need a tiny little loop, don't you? Because our journals are quite dainty. Oopsie daisy, let's get all these little bits out of the way. So these are the ones that I've already made, and these are the ones I'm going to pop onto the journal. Now these are lovely. These are the BB Craft ones, which are the little butterflies, and I just thought, I've got the dragonfly on here like that, and then I've got some butterflies, so I just thought they were really, really pretty. So what shall we have? Let's just have, it's too big, I think. Just let's couple off these little loops. Let's get my other pliers. This is where I ripped it, so I've got to be really careful. They're not the easiest things to sort of like clip on, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually, the way I did it before, I've gone, oops, let's lose me butterfly, hit the side like that, pop that through your little hole in there. Then take another pair of pliers and just bend it. Now this was the first one I did, and I did it so it was trying to do it when on the side, if you know what I mean. You just want to make sure your butterfly is dangling in the right way, but that will be okay like that. Now I have a look, I've got to put it on backwards. Let's try again. Shall we try again? This is how I ripped it. Let's just open this up like that if I can. See, you don't have this trouble with a bead, because the bead is always the, doesn't matter. So let's just pop that on like that. Try again. There we go. That's better. There we go. That dangles down. Look at that. I just think that looks so pretty hanging off there, doesn't it? All right, so let's try and quickly do the other one. So I've done the first 2 signatures, so I just need to actually pop these on. So I don't want them to be the same. I've put the butterfly on that one, dragonfly on that one, so I need the butterfly on the 3rd one, just so it looks fluff in there. Let's open up our jump ring. I've got other things I want to show you. Which way did I put that one on? Like that. Make sure we haven't got it back to front again. Pop that through. Oops. Oops. Yeah, not easy. There we go. It might actually be easier if you were going to put them on before you actually put on your little page tabs, if you know where they're going to go. Okay, that's your butterfly. And then I've got pink one at the top, like that. Then we had the butterfly, so I don't want them all in the same places. You know what I mean. So I'm going to pop a pink one on here. Should I put the pink one on the bottom? I think I need to put the pink one on the bottom because I've got the other colours on there. Let's put this little one. Not that it really matters. I'm going to put them on. If I have to move them around later, I'll do that, but let's just get them on for now. Pop that on there. Now I put little bead caps on these, which I think, look, that looks just so pretty, doesn't it? And I was doing, I don't know whether you saw my resin video the other day. I did some, made some beads. Now they needed tidying up, which I haven't done yet, but I'll show you in a minute. Because if you put bead caps on, you don't need to do that. So I was having a little look yesterday. So there we go. That's those done. Let's pop those in there. So the little bead loopy pliers. Look at that. That looks just so pretty, doesn't it? There we go. Loving them. Absolutely loving them. I'll do a proper sort of close-up at the end anyway, but if you do that you can see them just hanging down there. Look beautiful. Love my dingly danglies. Right, let's pop these out of the way. I bought these, I don't know what they said, I bought these on Temu, I think, and I was going to order some lace and stuff, but I'm not quite sure what it's going to be like. So I don't know whether you guys have actually ordered from it, from Temu. So I think I got those from there. I can't remember. I can't remember. Now I'm going to show you what else I've been up to. So let's pop this to the side and this to the side. Now these that I had in there, which I showed you the other day, which are just bits of note paper, I've added some seam binding and one of the little rose embellishments on there, the rose trim. So this is what I'm going to put under each of the little paper clips we made. And I just think that just finishes it off. Instead of having, because you can write on this, can't you? Instead of having sort of pattern paper and things like that, I just thought adding just a little bit of seam binding and trim on there just makes it look really pretty. And it's not too fussy, if you know what I mean. So another one can go in here. Like that. So I've got 2 paper clips on each one. So let's pop this in there. That can go in there like that. Let's turn over. We've got another one here. And I just think it looks really, really pretty. And on this one, because I had 5 different colour ribbons and we've got 6 of these, I've just added a little bit of that lace trim. Well, it was off a dress. That was what I've popped onto the little snippet pockets as well, but I just think that looks really pretty. Let's have a look, and then this one can go in there. Perfect. So that's our little journaling bits on there. The other thing was, let's just flip through. I didn't do it on the first one. We're going to do that one in a minute. Where is it? Where is it? Here. I've added in like an extra little flappy page, so you can stick things on there or write on there. And this is what it looks like. It's just a piece of paper that I've got here, piece of digital paper that I had in my stash that I was going to use, because all the colours sort of like go together on these ones as well. And it's got like a little pocket. I've got a little bit of scruffiness on there. I've done another one in the back here, which I'm loving, and I popped this so it looks like you've got sort of like a doily or some lace hanging off the little bookshelf on there, and then you've got this to stick on right and things on like that. So lovely. So let's stick this one in. I popped a little paper clip in here so that I know where I wanted it to be. So I tried to sort of get a few bits and pieces ready today, because I'm really not very organised lately. But look at that. I just think that looks really nice. Shall we stick this on first before we stick it in? Let's pop that up out of the way. So this is just, I have popped this on. I cut it to about 14 centimetres, or what's that, 5.5 inches. And then I just cut it down a little bit, so that's about 18 centimetres or 7.25 inches. And then I've just done a 3/4 of an inch, or about 2 centimetres, folded it there. So that's the little bit where we can just like the hingey bit, isn't it? So all I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that on there. Get my glue gun. Let's just pop a little bit of glue gun along there. Pop that on. That's not very level, was it? Just pop that on. And then sit this over the top. And that's a little bit too long actually. Let's just chop that a little bit off. Oops. But I think it looks like a little shelf. Oops, it's stuck already. Let's just pop that. And then I'm going to, I've got so much to do this afternoon. So this is just a sort of quick video. Tomorrow I'm going to go through it again. I'll do a little flip through of it. Finish off some bits and pieces, and we'll pop a little closure on there. So it's nearly done. I'm not going to pop too much else in here, because I want it for, you know, writing in as well, and I can always add to it as I go along. Do you know what I mean? Just cut that little bit off. Just because you say you finished the journal, it doesn't mean it's finished, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's just pop that in. I just think that looks like a little extra bit in there, isn't it? Where's my glue? Not sure whether I need a little bow or something on there. Let me just see. Let's just pop. Just going to glue this down with some tacky glue. Like that. Pop this on. Stick that down. So this is just printed onto the same 160 GSM paper, so it's quite light, so it doesn't need sort of holding down, if you know what I mean. It doesn't need sort of like clipping down. I think it's quite nice to sort of move about a little bit. Where's my little bone folder? Let's just give this a little. Okay, I think that's okay. And I do think we need something on here. I think that's a little bit bland, isn't it? And I'll pop, let's see, where's my What you reckon? Little bow? Or I've got lots of these in here now, haven't I? So I think maybe I'll just do, shall we just do a little bow? Let's have a look. Don't want it too long. Don't want the tail too long, do we? Let's just make, oh my gosh. Lovely. I think it needs to just come down a little bit. There we are. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the closure. I'm not sure at all. Oh, look at that. That's pretty, isn't it? Need to have a little think on the closure. There we go, the glue in there. Perfect. And then that will fit. I've got some journaling cards. Oh, I did do these yesterday as well. I've just backed these and sewed around them. So they're the little journaling cards in there. So I will pop those in at some point as well. Where's the other one we need to add? Shall we add a little bow onto this one? What colour bow should we have? Should we go for the little pink one? I think this might go well because it will go well with the books, doesn't it? So let's just do a little bow. I do like all these like little finishing touchy bits that you can add in. Just a few more bits and pieces on there, if you know what I mean. Oops. Oh, that's too big. Let's start again. Okay. Oh, one of you ladies, oh, I didn't write your name down because I was saying about the glue gun. Not sure whether it was archival or not, and she said that one of her books, I'll pop her name on the screen, she's done a journal years and years ago and she used glue gun and the journal is perfect. So that is really, really good to know, so thank you so much for that. So using the glue gun, because I wasn't quite sure whether the glue gun, how well it would last in your book, whether it would actually discolour and stuff, but she said it hasn't, which is fabulous. So thank you so much for that, and I'm sure you all would appreciate that as well. So using glue gun is okay. Look at that, that's lovely, isn't it? I do like that. Now I've got one more other thing that I want to show you. Now I want to go into the middle. Now this is the middle of our signature. So we've got 3 middles of the signatures. So what I've done, I've made a couple of little paper clips. Now they're just the hidden paper clips. So you don't need to, I don't need to show you how to do that because that's really, really simple. And I've taken a few bits of paper like that. I've just taken 3. Now, shall I measure it? This is 5 3/4 or 14.5 centimeters by nearly 2.5 inches or 6 centimeters, and I've just folded them in half. Now I wanted something to go in the middle of this, but what I've done, I've made it so it can just slip underneath our little where we've sewn it in, like that. So you've got like this little tiny extra little journal, and I've just closed it up with a paper clip. Look at that, I think that's fab. Now if you were clever, which I wish I was in the beginning, I could have, where's our little booklets? Oh, I don't know where they are, but this, ones of these, if you sewed in your signature so you had enough room, you could just do this a bit high. You could have a couple of little booklets in there in the middle, couldn't you? So the same as this, but the little booklets. Mine, I haven't sewn them in quite big enough, so they don't quite fit. I suppose I could have cut them down, but I just think that would look really, really lovely. So different, wouldn't it? So instead, I've just used these, which I love. So I've got another 2. Really, really simple to do. So let's just find the middle of this one. How are we doing for time? Are we okay for time? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this one. This one, I made 2 of these paper clips, and I had another book one left. So I put that one on there. And all as I did, I stapled it. This one's got 4 in it. I just stapled it in the middle. Bit of a monkey old way of stapling it, and then I'm going to take just a little bit of cheesecloth like this. Let's just cut a piece off. Where's my big scissors? There they are. Let me just chop that off. I need to get some more cheesecloth because I'm going to colour some more cheesecloth because I don't have enough coloured now. I want to sort of restock, and I'm just loving the Shabby colours, so I'm going to try and colour some of that. So I'm going to let's have another piece. Let's do both of them. Here's this one. Let's take this off. Let's move this out of the way so I don't get glue all over it. Let's take that off. Take that off. So let's just scrunch that up a little bit and then pop that on there. I think that's just, oops, I've got glue gun all over me. A little bit too long. And all I'm going to do, take my glue gun, pop a little bit along there, stick that on like that. Again, you can use lace or even a little bit of paper on there just to make the look a little bit sort of like tidier and a little bit finished. But I'm quite liking that because then you've got the little paper clip on there as well. Okay, let's do this one. A little bit of glue gun. Pop that on. Like that, nice and scruffy. Pop a little bit down. Stick that on like that. Fabulous. Okay, so these can be made from your scraps, which is, you know, perfect. And again, it doesn't have to be made from tea stain paper or coffee stain paper. Just use bits of digital papers on there as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just slide this through like that. Perfect, look at that. And then stop it flapping open. I'm going to, I think this is the middle one. I'm going to pop the book one on the middle one. Like that. And then we've got another little one, but I'm just loving that idea. So I must remember in my next journal just to do this a little bit bigger, because I think I will make another book journal with all the leftover bits. So it will probably be a more of an eclectic-y one, but I will definitely do one to use up all the bits and pieces that I've got. So let's just do the last one here. And the reason I put these on there, because of the middle bits, I've got these beautiful little dingly dangly bits on, haven't they? So let's just pop this through like that. So that's a few more ideas for you, but you know, it's just quite simple, isn't it? But it's just thinking of this. Sometimes the simple things are the nicest things, aren't they? Sometimes we do try and make things a bit too complicated, but I'm loving this idea of having those just in the middle like that. Perfect. So there we go, guys. So we have that, which I did the other day, which I just adore. I absolutely love those. I might have to I think, because I love this so much and I love the spine, I might have to do a journal cover like this, get all my pretty bits out, and then use that up. Maybe I'll do that next. What do you think? Should I make a nice little shabby front one? So we've got that. So I will go through this tomorrow. We'll do a flip through. I've got all the little dingly danglies. I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to do a closure. Maybe I'll have one of my little round knobbly bits on there. I don't want to pull that too tight, but we shall see. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll finish this off tomorrow. I hope you've you know, gone along with me making this journal, because it's just lovely. I just absolutely love it. I'm going to this afternoon, I'm going to, if I've got time, get some more of these little, let's put that back in there, more of these little notebooks done. So I don't know whether you saw this one as well, but it's just like a little notebook, little place to pop something in there. But loving it. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. So I can't wait to pop this on my shelf and take it away with me, actually, because it's gorgeous. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.